Welcome to the Self Recovery Podcast, a sacred space dedicated to helping women reclaim their true selves through emotional healing, energy awareness, and soulful alignment. I'm Whitney Inez, your guide on this transformative journey back home to you. In this podcast, we explore the powerful process of self recovery, not just feeling better, but deeply reconnecting with who you are beneath layers of stress, overwhelm, and disconnection. Together, we step inside the nurturing presence of the black walnut tree, a symbol of resilience, strength, and renewal, where we pause, reflect, and gather insights through storytelling, practical exercises, and meaningful reflection. This is your space to breathe deeply, listen compassionately, and uncover the clarity, peace, and alignment you've been longing for. So settle in, pour yourself some tea, and let's begin. Welcome in. This is the very first episode of our journey into self-recovery, and I'm so glad you're here. I'm Whitney Inez, your Soulful Growth Navigator, and together, we'll walk this path of returning home to yourself, layer by layer, breath by breath. So let's start here. What is self-recovery? To me, self-recovery is an ongoing process. It's not about becoming someone new. It's about coming back to who you've always been. It's about shedding those roles, the habits, the expectations you may have picked up from family, culture, school, or even survival, and remembering who you are underneath it all. Every time you reclaim a truth, set a boundary, or listen inward, you're recovering a part of yourself that's been hidden, silenced, or maybe never fully seen before. That's what this work is. It's a practice of listening, of reconnecting, of honoring the wisdom you carry in your energy, your body, and your spirit. Self-recovery includes subtle energy, those layers of your being that often get missed in traditional spaces. It's where tools like Reiki, breathwork, yoga nidra, and somatic healing come in. They help us care for not just our minds, but also our nervous systems, our emotional energy, our spiritual alignment. This framework was born out of my 9-year self-recovery journey. Yes, I'm a licensed therapist, but I had to be honest. Therapy alone didn't reach every layer I needed to heal. I had symptoms, sure, but behind those symptoms were energetic attachments, patterns, beliefs I didn't even realize I was holding on to. That's when practices like reflective journaling, meditation, Reiki, and body awareness started to open doors. And they just didn't help me. They helped my clients too. When I brought energy work and somatic tools into my work, I started witnessing something profound, deep, embodied healing. And I realized we need a space that wasn't just mental or emotion. We needed something that honored the whole self, body, mind, soul, and energy. Now, I want to be clear. This isn't a quick fix or a one-time process. Self-recovery is a living relationship, a daily check-in, a gentle asking, where am I today? And what part of me needs care? It's not just about chasing symptoms or forcing relief. It's about aligning with your truth and creating sustainable shifts that keep unfolding over time. Some seasons you may feel steady, other times something old may rise back up. And that's not failure. That's part of the spiral. You grow, you pause, you deepen, and then you grow again. To me, this work continues until the day we transition and become ancestors. It's a journey of wholeness, not perfection, of reconnection, not performance. And it all begins with one step inward. Now that we've explored what self-recovery is and how it can shape your healing, let's talk about the heart of the framework, the 4 roots of self-recovery. These roots offer a foundation, a way to understand yourself more holistically, not just mentally or emotionally, but through the lens of your spirit, body, energy, and emotions. They're not separate. Each root supports the others, and together, they help you return to harmony within yourself. Let's walk through each one. Root 1, spiritual growth. This first root is all about your evolving relationship with something greater than yourself, whatever that means to you. God, the divine, your ancestors, the universe, the one, whatever name you call it. This root invites you to reflect on how you connect with the sacred. It asks, what do you believe about your life's purpose? And how do these beliefs show up in your daily choices? When spiritual growth feels off, you might notice a sense of disconnection, hopelessness, or feeling like you're just floating through life without direction. You might struggle to trust yourself or the flow of life. and that can increase feelings of stress or emotional overwhelm. To nurture this root, create space for spiritual practices that ground you. That could be journaling about your beliefs, speaking to your ancestors, prayer, meditation, or simply taking a breath and asking, how can I deepen my trust today? Root 2, body mind connection. The second root centers on listening to the wisdom of your body. It's the ongoing relationship between your physical body and your inner awareness. This is where you learn how your body speaks to you through tension, sensations, gut feelings, or even shifts in your energy. When this root is neglected, you might feel disconnected, fatigued, or struggle to know what your body needs. You might overlook early signs of stress or stay in environments that are depleting your energy. Restoring this connection might look like mindful movement, stretching, walking in nature, gentle yoga, or dancing in your living room. What matters is presence. Noticing how your body feels before, during, and after movement, and gently asking, what are you trying to tell me today? Root 3, energy and nervous system regulation. This root holds your ability to stay grounded and resilient, especially in the midst of life's pressures. It weaves together your subtle energy system and your nervous system, your chakras, your intuitive senses, your internal sense of safety, and energetic stability. When this root is out of alignment, you might feel anxious, overstimulated, emotionally reactive, or just plain drained. You may find yourself absorbing the energy of others or feeling disconnected from your internal rhythm. One simple, powerful practice here is intentional breath work. Pause for a few minutes during your day, and I want you to inhale slowly through your nose and feel your belly rise. Then exhale softly through your mouth, releasing the tension. This signals safety to your body and helps restore energetic balance. No tools needed, just your breath. Root number 4, emotional restoration. So the fourth root is your emotional center, your ability to understand, express, and move through emotions in a healthy, balanced way. It's about becoming aware of your emotional patterns and learning how to tend to them with compassion instead of avoiding, suppressing, or becoming overwhelmed by them. When this root is misaligned, you might experience mood swings, emotional exhaustion, or difficulty naming what you feel. Boundaries may blur, and it can be hard to separate your emotions from everyone else's. A grounding practice for this root is journaling. At the end of your day, take a few moments and ask yourself, what emotions came up for me today? And what might those emotions be trying to teach me? No need to overanalyze, just listen. Let the page hold your truth. Each of these 4 roots, spiritual growth, body mind connection, energy and nervous system regulation, and emotional restoration, form the foundation of self recovery. They're not just boxes to check, they're living parts of you, constantly shifting, needing different kinds of care in different seasons of life. This framework isn't about controlling your healing, it's about giving you language, tools, and self awareness to honor your whole self, genuinely, intentionally, and truthfully. And that's how we move beyond symptom management into real alignment. Self recovery helps you see yourself not as broken or behind, but as whole, evolving, and deeply wise. Your roots already exist. This work just helps you nourish them. When most people think about healing, the focus often goes straight to the mind or emotions. Talk therapy, emotional processing, self help books, journaling. And while all of those are powerful and important, there is a deeper layer that's often overlooked. Healing just isn't mental or emotional, it's energetic. We are energy, every single one of us. We're not just made up of muscle or memory, we're energetic beings. Our experiences, good, painful, joyful, traumatic, they don't just live in our minds. They imprint into our energy fields, our chakras, our aura, our nervous system. These subtle layers hold stories our minds might not even be able to name yet. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a room and just felt the tension in the air, even if no one said a word? Or have you been around someone who left you feeling completely drained? Or maybe unexpectedly uplifted? That's energy, and it's speaking. When we tune into this, we begin to see that symptoms, whether they show up as stress, fatigue, anxiety, or disconnection, are signals. They're the surface level messengers pointing toward deep energetic patterns that need to be taken care of. Unresolved energy patterns are like invisible threads pulling you in directions you don't consciously choose. They come from childhood, past traumas, ancestral stories, or the beliefs we've inherited from the world around us. And if left unchecked, they keep us looping in relationships that feel too familiar, in habits that wear us down, in emotional patterns that we just can't seem to shake. For example, if you carry the energetic imprint of unworthiness, maybe rooted in earlier rejection or unmet emotional needs, it might feel like life keeps handing you proof of that belief. Not because it's what you want, but because your energy is still aligned with that story. The good news is the moment you recognize that story, you start to loosen its hold. This is why self recovery isn't just something you think your way through, it's something you feel. It's not a checklist of insights or information, it's a lived experience. You can read all the books, learn all the theories, talk about your healing journey for years. But if you're not connected to your body, your energy, your breath, true integration remains out of reach. Your body speaks, and not just through pain or symptoms, it speaks through subtle sensations, through instincts, through the, I don't know why, but I feel that's not random. That's wisdom. When we ignore the energetic layer, we might get quick relief by solving a surface issue, but the root, oh, it's still there, quietly shaping our decisions, emotions, and relationships. It's kind of like repainting a wall with a deep crack underneath. It might look better for a while, but eventually that crack is going to show up again and probably deeper than before. But when you address your energy, when you tend to the root, you make space for subtle change, not just symptom relief, but transformation. Energetic alignment helps you step into your full presence, not trying to fix yourself, but remembering who you were before life made you forget. And from that place, you're not surviving, you're reclaiming, you're restoring, you are coming home. As we move forward together on the self recovery journey, you might be wondering, what's next? What can I expect? Where do we go from here? Well, I'll tell you. In the coming episodes, we're going to take our time, slowly and intentionally, exploring the four roots of self recovery. We'll dive deep into each one: spiritual growth, body mind connection, energy and nervous system regulation, and emotional restoration. You'll receive more than just insight. Each episode will offer you practical tools, reflective journal prompts, and invitations into energy and somatic practices that you can use in real time. We're not just talking about healing here, we're practicing it. I'll be pulling from my personal journey and from the wisdom that has emerged from the self recovery community, because there's something powerful about hearing your own story echoed through someone else's. It reminds us that we're not alone, that healing is possible, that wholeness is our birthright. You'll also hear about mindfulness tools and subtle energy practices to help you bring those ideas into your body, into your lived experience. And if you ever feel called to go deeper beyond the podcast, there are several ways to connect with my work. First, make sure you're subscribed here so you don't miss a single episode. But the most meaningful way to stay connected, join my email list. That's where I share deeper reflections, exclusive resources, and updates about upcoming intensives and workshops. If you're ready to begin this journey in a more hands-on way, my self-recovery workbook offers guided reflection and soul-rooted practices designed to walk you through each of the four roots. And for those who are craving deeper transformation, I'll be offering 90-minute intensives and seasonal workshops to support you inside a more intimate, guided space. Before we wrap up today, I want to leave you with a simple but powerful journal prompt, a soft place to begin. Which part of your root system feels unnourished? And what small act of care can help you restore its strength? Take your time with this. Let your answers rise slowly, without judgment. This is about honesty, clarity, and tending to the parts of yourself that are quietly asking for more love. Remember, your inner wisdom has always been with you, even beneath the noise, the busy schedules, and the expectations. It's been there, waiting for a moment of stillness so you can hear it again. Journaling is one of the ways we make space for that voice. So keep this close to your heart. Self-recovery isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning home to yourself. You are already enough, and your journey home begins now. Thank you for sharing this sacred space with me today.